Hi, you guys. I'm so excited to talk to you about this course that I finally put together because you've been asking and asking and asking and begging and pleading for me to put something together for you, especially for all of you who say, right now, Barb, I can't I can't afford to hire you privately, which I get. Hi, Nancy. I understand that sometimes it's just too big of a stretch to put that kind of money out for private coaching. And right now, I really do just work with clients one-on-one for a full year and a half year. And I do have like an 8-week program. I'm having a hard time talking right now because I'm actually so excited about this download from the universe and I want to get to that. Hi, Jody. How are you? Wow, it's so nice to have you here, Jody. Hi, Karen. So what I was going to just jump on today quickly is just talk about, I know you can't see this, so Chris, don't tell me it's backwards. I already know that. So I'm super excited. I'm showing you this flyer for my 4-week online course, mainly because it cost me so damn much money to print out those color flyers. So I'm showing it to you. Hi, Kevin. How are you? Anyway, let me get to the point. What I wanted to do is just talk to you about the course, answer any questions you have or whatever. It's a 4-week course. It's going to start March 21st, 5 o'clock. Yay, thanks for all the thumbs up. 5 o'clock Pacific time. It'll be on Zoom and you'll get me live every week for 4 weeks for 75 minutes. And so that, you guys, this is such a great way to work with me and to have a group of people that are online live that you get to work with all of these personal foundation principles. So the name of this, you can go on my Facebook page and look, there's a place to sign up. It's revolutionizing all of your relationships, starting with you. And that's what I've been talking about all year. That's what I keep talking about in all these live streams, is that all of the work that we're doing, anything that we want changed in our life, every relationship that we have that's either great, not so great, or really sucks, or whatever it is going on, the very first place we come back to is ourselves. And I don't mean just personal ownership, like, okay, I know I had a part in it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that personal foundation work that we keep discussing here over and over and over about, yes, learning to really get out of that victim mindset and start taking 100% responsibility for what's going on in your life and how you're showing up, and whether you're responding or reacting, what you're creating, that your words matter. What else have we talked about here? All the personal foundation work that I do with you, which this will include, really sitting down and taking time to write a personal honor code. That is one of the most beautiful practices that we do. It's been one of the most life-changing for me. Boundaries, how to set them. What is the 4-step boundary process? What does it really sound like? Is this a boundary? I get this all the time. Is this a boundary or is this not a boundary, Barb? Help me. And we will do that because we'll be on live and I'll be able to take your questions. So that if you're sitting there and going, oh, I don't know if that's a boundary or if that's me just saying knock it off or what, we're going to have time to talk about all this. Okay, so ready for the great part? The download from the universe today was just freaking amazing. So I always think I know what's going on. And then the universe always goes like, haha, you're so cute. You're so funny, Barb. Here's what we're actually doing. Which is why I want you to have a daily practice, which is one of the other things we're going to talk about in this course. Okay, so I meditate this morning, have my nice meditation, just asking for guidance through my day. Yay, yay, yay. It's all wonderful. I don't hear much of anything. I just go into a nice peaceful state and I tell Mr. Hathaway goodbye and I head out for my nice long walk. I'm on my walk and it's a really good place. When I walk, it's a really good way for me to get creativity flowing, ideas flowing. I've got 3 talks coming up, one tomorrow, one Saturday in California, one Sunday in California at a church down there. And so I like to kind of walk and think and let the juices flow and I get my ideas. So I'm walking along and I start to go like, okay, God, okay, universe. So this course that I'm doing, I want to talk about it today on the live stream. And I hear really loudly, so I think I've told you this before, I hear things behind my left ear and I see like visuals or pictures of things that relate to it on the right side of my head. I know, that sounds weird. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so I'm going along and I hear behind my left ear really clearly, like very loud. Usually it's real quiet, low voice. I want you to talk about fooling yourself. And I'm walking and I'm like, what? No. And I always say thanks. Thanks for the input. I'm actually going to talk about my course so that I can answer any questions and so that I can explain to them, who would be a great fit for this or whatever. But thanks. Let's talk about that later. And I hear again, I want you to talk about fooling yourself. And I'm like, geez, man, you want me to talk to them about like all the ways I've fooled myself? Like, what? That would take forever. and then I hear, no, I want you to talk to them about the ways we fool ourselves. And so for 30 seconds, I keep walking and I'm like, remember, what's my pinky swear, you guys, that I've said to you? My pinky swear years ago with the universe was, if I hear it 3 times, I can't say no. So I guess I did do 3 times like, what? And so I walk for a few more seconds and it's like, bam. And it just brought me to tears. I went, oh my God, that is so perfect. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's what we need to discuss here, because that's what this course is about. That's what I'm offering to you here in this revolutionizing your relationships, starting with you. All the ways that we fool ourselves. I have. That's what we're talking about. And how stuck we get when we stay in that energy of pretending, fooling ourselves, not telling ourselves the hard truths that we need to tell ourselves, not listening to that still small voice like I was doing this morning, and listening and really taking that in. So here's what I mean. Here's the download I got. And here's how it's applying to this 4-week course that I really hope that you will sign up for and join me with. It will be so much fun, and I promise you, it will be such a beautiful deep dive. When that download came through about fooling ourselves, then the rest of the message as I was walking was coming through. And what I was hearing was, think about all the ways that we fool ourselves. That we look at a course like this, okay? You guys see on my Facebook page this course, revolutionizing all of your relationships, everything, a love relationship, relationship with colleagues, relationship with family members, friends, anything that's starting to feel kind of wonky, really being able to revolutionize. Think about what that word means. It's not just kind of change, revolutionize all of your relationships, starting with you, and that it starts with you. So the universe is telling me, talk about the ways we fool ourselves. Okay, the first one is, we see a course like this, okay? And everything in us lights up. Everything in us goes, oh my God, that's exactly what my next step is. That's perfect. And then we fool ourselves. We go into fear, or we go into financial fear, or we go into, I don't want to talk about myself and be vulnerable on a live course or whatever. And then comes in the fooling ourselves. We say something like, well, I'm sure she'll be offering things again. I'm kind of busy in March. There's spring break and stuff. I'm not sure if this is the right time. And off we go. I'm not saying this to try to get you to sign up for this course. I'm telling you there's a difference between looking at something like this and going, yeah, it doesn't resonate. I don't think that's the next step for me. And what I said to you, looking, feeling lit up and going, oh my God, yes. Like 2 people did yesterday. As soon as I posted it, they went in, signed up. They were like, yes. When you know that, it's so important that you don't go into any way that you fool yourself and tell yourself, oh, whatever. Maybe not now. Maybe she'll do another. Maybe another month is a better time. Maybe whatever. Okay. Here's the other way that I heard that we fool ourselves. We fool ourselves all the time by not showing up well out in the world. Not showing up, you hear me say every week, not showing up as the man or woman that you truly want to be, that you know you deeply are, that you know you can show up in this way, not doing it. And then fooling yourself and saying, you know, it's not that bad. I'm not having that much of a negative impact out in the world. I mean, I'm a good person at heart. Other people are not showing up well either. Do you see what I'm saying? Look at the ways that we fool ourselves. I'm getting lots of thumbs up and likes on that. I know because I've done it too. How about this one? How about we're in a relationship? Or we're dating someone and we're not sure what to do, whether to stay, to go. We don't know whether we should start dating again. We don't know whether to leave this marriage. All of the relationship stuff. And then you see a course like this come along that's all about foundational work. A 4-week class that's going to help you put a strong personal foundation under you that you can launch from, that you can feel strong and centered at your core and have principles and practices to work with. And you go, yeah, that could be great. God, that could really help me in my relationship. That could really help me get clarity around my relationship. That could really help me show up better in my relationship to see if we could change the dynamic. And then we fool ourselves. And you go, well, why do I always have to be the one to do the work? Why isn't my partner, this other person, the person I'm dating, doing some of this work too? Why am I the one? Why am I? And you know what? I don't even think I'm showing up that bad. So look at that. Look at what we do. Look at the ways that we fool ourselves. And here's probably the biggest one that just breaks my heart. How about when we know that we're not showing up well? How about when we know that we're missing the key ingredients of having what I call a problem-free life? That's one of the talks I'm giving this weekend. Key ingredients to a problem-free life starts with laying down a strong personal foundation. It starts with flushing out your own personal honor code, figuring out what your boundaries are, learning the boundary setting process, really starting to practice that, and letting go of the need for approval. It just starts with those 3 key principles to have a problem-free life. So we're going along and you realize, God, you know what? I don't have these foundational pieces in place. I'm continuing to engage in drama. I'm continuing to create drama. I'm continuing to be a ball of reactivity instead of really being able to pause, anchor, show up well, and have a positive influence, a ripple effect on the people around me. And then we fool ourselves and say, well, I don't think it's having that negative an impact on the people around me. I mean, I'm not that bad. I don't think it's affecting people around me that much. I don't think I'm participating in drama any more than anybody else. I don't think I'm creating problems any more than anybody else. And we go into minimizing the pain that we're creating for ourselves, how draining it is, how exhausting it is, how toxic it is, and absolutely downplaying and minimizing the pain that we're creating for other people in our world, in our inner circles, in our partnerships with our kids, with our families, with our friendships, at work, with colleagues. We fool ourselves intentionally because we don't want to take that next step. And so I'm asking you, please, if you're here, you're somebody who already takes steps to at least show up here and listen to these live stream teachings. If you're here and you've commented to me before that this is helpful, you're already somebody who quietly or loudly knows that you've got some next steps in your future. And I love that. You're already somebody who's bought into revolutionizing your love, your relationships, the way you show up in the world. I'm asking you, for me, for all of us, for everybody in your inner circle and community, everybody that you're in contact with, I'm asking all of you, along with me, to not look at something like this that I'm offering, feel the resonating with it, the oh my gosh, I think this really would be a great, powerful 4 weeks for me, and then allow yourself to go into any of that habitual way that you fool yourself, that we all fool ourselves and blow it off, or say next time, or decide we don't really need it, or start thinking to ourselves, here's a good one, I know who needs this, I don't need it, he or she needs it. Please don't do that. It is imperative that all of us on this personal and spiritual growth path are willing to hold our feet to the fire around next steps, next action steps. Insights are great. Having awareness that it's time to take another step or learn something else, or sit with me and be live and really take a deep dive safely together and get questions answered, and then blowing it off or ignoring it or telling yourself next time, that's not going to help you. It's not going to move you forward. And that means it's not going to help the people that you're in contact with every day. Because, damn it, yes, we do have a huge, powerful influence over all of the people that we come into contact with on a daily basis. It can be more negativity, or it can be a powerful, positive influence. So if this resonates with you, if this 4-week live Zoom meeting course that I'm putting together starting March 21st on Wednesday resonates with you, please go sign up today. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't. I mean that. If it does, please don't hesitate. Please don't go into all those ways that we fool ourselves. And please sign up. There's also a way to sign up for the course, which is $397 for the 4 weeks. You've got me live to coach with you, to teach you. There'll be teachings, and then there'll be plenty of time for discussion and all your questions. And think about how fun that will be to do that with a group of people. And there's a way to also purchase the 4-week course and 2 coaching sessions with me for $997. My coaching, I don't even coach single sessions anymore. I don't do that. When I did, they're $250 an hour. This is a steal. This is a great way to work with me. This is what you've been asking for. So please sign up. And please do. I am asking you if you'll do one other thing for me. Not the, I don't need this, but I sure know she needs this. Don't do that. But if you have a friend, a family member, a colleague, or somebody who has truly been saying to you that they're in some kind of confusion or pain or are really looking to kind of up-level their lives or really need to start fresh in some area or need a strong foundation to get their footing back under them, maybe after a breakup or just because it's time they can feel a transition in their life, if you know that somebody would welcome this information, would you, I'm asking you, would you please take a moment to copy my Facebook page? The link is on the Facebook page. And just send the link to them of the course and the sign up. And just say, you know, you've been mentioning these things recently. I'm not telling you to do this. I just wanted to make sure that you saw that this was being offered. And if it's helpful, you know, sign up. And maybe it's a perfect thing to do is to grab a hand and say, you know, to a friend or a family member or a colleague, let's do this together. Like, I've taken courses before with a friend or with my partner, and it's really fun to do together. So maybe you could offer support to somebody and say, let's do this together. This could be great. All right? All right, that's all I have to say. All the information is on my Facebook page. It also is on my website. The link to go and read more about it and also to sign up for it is revolutionarylove.com. So that's my website. revolutionarylove.com/foundations, if you want to go right into that page. All right, if you have any questions about it, just give me a shout. Send me an email at barb@coachbeck.com and I'll answer your questions, or we can jump on the phone really quick or whatever. But I want to see you there. If you're hearing this is the course for you, that you want to spend 4 weeks with me and do a big intimate deep dive and rock this, please don't go into that fooling yourself. Don't go into the stories. Stay out of that and take that next action step. This is a very, very easy way, financially, time-wise, everything, to work with me together, okay? And with a cool group of people. So I hope I see you there. Peace and blessings. Bye.